In this video, I'm going to be explaining distillation, starting with simple distillation. Simple distillation can be used to obtain the solvent from a solution. So for example, if I start with copper sulfate solution, I should be able to obtain the solvent, which in this case is water. The copper sulfate that I'd like to separate is in this round bottom flask, and we can see it's bubbling away as it's boiling because it's been heated up by this electric water heater. The liquid part of the solution, the solvent, turns into vapour and passes up here, and as it hits the cold condenser, it starts turning back into a liquid. The solid part of the solution, the copper sulfate, stays behind in the flask because that's got a much higher boiling point. The condenser is kept cold by having water continuously flowing in this tube here. It flows around the jacket of the condenser and then out and back down the sink. So as the vapour comes down the condenser, it will hit the cold tube and condense. And we can see all those droplets of condensation are forming, and we're now getting the solvent over here. In this case, it's the water from the copper sulfate solution. So to recap, during simple distillation, the solvent evaporates when it reaches its boiling point. So the thermometer in this case would show 100 degrees as the solvent is water, and that's got a boiling point of 100. So the solvent evaporates, those vapours hit the cold condenser and condense it into a liquid, and that liquid, called the distillate, is being collected over here. So we're getting water back from our solution of copper sulfate. The solid copper sulfate remains behind in the flask. The second type of distillation I'm showing you is fractional distillation, and it's very similar to the last distillation I showed you, except we've now got this fractionating column here. And in this glass tube, you'd often have many glass beads, but in this case we've got finger-like projections poking into the interior of the glass tube. I'm using fractional distillation to separate a mixture of ethanol and water that's in the flask here. That's being heated up by the heater, so both of those liquids will start to evaporate and pass up the fractionating column. As they do, they will hit the cold glass projections inside the column, and they will condense and drip back into the flask. So we've got a constant process of evaporation followed by condensation. We wait until the temperature on the thermometer has risen to the boiling point of the first liquid. In this case, it would be ethanol, which boils at 78 degrees. Then we know we've got ethanol vapours travelling up here, hitting the cold condenser and condensing back into a liquid, and we would be collecting ethanol here as we are doing. Then, when we've collected all of the ethanol, the temperature will keep rising until it gets to 100 degrees, which is the boiling point of the second liquid, and then with another beaker we would start collecting the second liquid, in this case water, from this end of the equipment. So remember, fractional distillation like this can separate two liquids with different boiling points. If you simply want to get the solvent back from a solution, you can use simple distillation.